Hello, my name's Steve and welcome to the Seaside Allotment channel. And yesterday I did a video about the polytunnel guttering system that I've just put in, and I got a really interesting comment which I answered, but I thought actually it deserved a little bit of a video. So the comment was that basically the guttering was over-engineered, and that is a good observation in a way, but also I had thought about that. And it kind of led me along to thinking a little bit more about how I approach projects and spending money and things like that on the allotment, and I thought I'd do a little video about that. So is it over-engineered? Well, in some ways it is. Obviously you could probably have cobbled together something a lot cheaper, and I actually did that on the previous gutter that I did, where I was just using a few recycled materials and things like that that I'd found, and a piece of gutter didn't cost very much. This one cost a little bit more money, and I did that because for a few reasons. One is we get very little water here, very little rain. It's incredible. The weather forecast always says, well, it's going to get 20 millimeters of rain today or something like that, and we end up getting 5 millimeters. It's always less than the weather forecast. It's always less than we expect. It's always less than a place 20 miles away from us. It's just ridiculous how little water we get, and so we really do have to capture every little bit that drops. And so I needed something that worked along the whole length of the polytunnel side, not something that just sort of collected water from one of the ends, or like a stick-on gutter that just sticks onto the polythene. Anyway, so that was part of it. I really wanted to maximise the water. The second part of it is I really like projects, and just sticking a bit of gutter on the polythene, it's just not emotionally satisfying for me. I like to make things. It's fun. And the third thing is just the aesthetics. I'm going to walk past this thing every day, 365 days of the year, basically, because we always pop down to the allotment, for probably not 365, but 300 days a year. And so I wanted something robust, I wanted something that looked quite nice, I wanted something that was going to last, etc, etc. So it's probably a valid criticism, maybe not quite true in my circumstances because of the rainfall, and definitely not kind of true to what I'm looking to get out of the allotment. So that's kind of where I thought, I'll do a bit more video on that. So we don't have a lot of money, but we still are kind of happy to spend the amount of money that we save on our fruit and veg bill on the allotment. So basically our objective is for it to be a zero cost hobby. We don't spend very much money. We live a simple life. We don't have fancy cars. We don't have, when we do have a car, we don't have lots of fancy extras on it. We don't have a fancy house. We don't have fancy furnishings. Most of the furnishings in our house are 20 years old. That we got them when we moved in. We haven't changed them. We're happy with them. We don't feel the need to keep spending money on the house. We don't go on fancy holidays or anything like that. We just live a nice, simple life. We like reading. We like writing. We like projects, art, making things. We like travel, but we're happy to travel in this country. We like holidays, but we only like really going away for 3 or 4 days. We don't like long holidays. We basically eat what we grow here on the allotment, so it's a very simple life. But the allotment is one of our major hobbies, and so long as it's zero cost, we're kind of happy with that. Our objective really is to eliminate stress, eliminate hassle, eliminate redundant work, and to grow the most fruit and veg that we can, and to share that with our friends and family. And so long as that costs nothing, basically, we're happy to spend money. Money's not got any special attachment to us. It's just a tool. It's a tool that we use in order to achieve those objectives of fun and happiness, and sharing and creativity and imagination, and all of those and interesting projects, and learning and all of that. So that's kind of we just spend the money just as a tool to achieve that. Now, lest you kind of think, you know, we're kind of reckless with the amount of money that we spend, and some people, you know, that is the kind of flavour that you get from some of the comments. You know, this project here that we've just done, this guttering, and all the storage and the water butts and all of that sort of thing, is about 5% of the value of the veg that we grow. Now, 5% I think is a very reasonable long-term investment in order to safeguard the water supply that delivers all of that fruit and veg. So I'm not perfectly happy, 100% comfortable with spending that sort of amount of money in order to deliver that sort of security and benefit and freedom from worry relating to running out of water. Now, this year we kind of spent, you know, quite a lot, because, you know, we've done a heavy investment for the future. We bought the polytunnel, put in loads of new raised beds, invested in lots of new strawberry plants, bought 10 new trees, lots and lots of different sorts of berry bushes and all of that sort of thing. You know, eliminated lots of hassly little jobs like weeding and cutting the grass and things like that, invested in compost and the quality of the soil, you know, invested in water storage and capture, you know, just lots and lots of projects. So it's an investment and it's going to help next year. Next year, well, so this year we've harvested about £7,000 worth of veg. About £3,000 of that we've eaten. We've spent a lot less than that on our investments this year, so we're still in a net profit. Next year we're hoping to harvest between, well, let's say the target is £9,000 worth of fruit and veg, and we'll make a big profit next year in terms of the amount that we eat, because we've invested so that more of the fruit and veg that we grow is for us. So we're growing more stuff that we can preserve, we're growing more of our own fruits, you know, we're growing more of our own veg, a wider variety for a longer season, but we still have a big surplus, and you know, so we're happy to give that away. So yeah, so that big profit that we make, we won't spend, because we're saving that, because, you know, we know we've got costs coming in the future. I know that the shed on Jenny's plot and Debbie's plot and my plot, they'll eventually need replacing sometime in the next 5 years probably, and so we need to put some money away for that. But basically, bottom line, it's a zero cost hobby, it's a fun hobby, we're not scared of spending money, yeah, so that's kind of just it. You know, a bit of a philosophical video, no tours or anything like that, but just an interesting comment. I love these sorts of comments, you know, that just challenge your thinking. You know, have you done the right thing? Why have you done it that way? Is there a better way of doing it? And particularly when you're sharing these videos with other people, you know, obviously you don't want to be promoting something that isn't appropriate for other people, so other people need to look at that, look at the context in which we've decided to approach a problem in a particular way. Might not be the right way for other people, and without this kind of background, you know, it's hard for them to assess. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this video, and a bit different, and I'll see you soon.